What's up, smarty people? It's KeysDAN with RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com, coming to you live and in living color from the Radio What studios. And this is my podcast, What Makes You Smarter? It's an extension of the RadioWhat.com internet radio station that I've been running for quite some time. And if you need DJ services, where do I always send you? DJLittleRock.com. One more time, DJLittleRock.com. Check availability and get a free price quote. And maybe you can have me at your next event. You know I like to party with the people. I like to entertain the people. Are you not entertained? Also, if you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast. It's called What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. And add me on Spotify. There, I said it. Shameless plug. Now, on with the show. Today on the program, 8 facts that will make you laugh. Laugh. I love to laugh. Ha 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 ha. The world is wide and wonderful and pretty weird. Take a break from your day and prepare to smile over this assortment of random facts, from the pseudo-medical roots of tomato ketchup to Antarctic matchmaking. What was Uranus called before Uranus? Why do giant pandas do handstands? These 8 facts might give you a chuckle. Number 1, a butt, B-U-T-T, is a unit of measurement. If we're talking imperial measurements, a butt is a cask of liquid. And while this form of butt is obsolete for most people, it's still used in wine and brewing contexts. In the wine world, a butt is around 108 imperial gallons, just under 500 liters, or around 126 U.S. gallons. So it turns out that a buttload is a buttload. Number 2. Uranus used to be called George's star, despite the fact that Uranus, and I'm going to keep pronouncing it Uranus, not Uranus, is 4 times the size of Earth. It took astronomers a while to realize it was a planet rather than a star. Even after telescopes came along, English astronomer William Herschel made the first recorded discovery of Uranus as a planet in 1781. During the reign of King George III, he named the planet Georgium Sidus, or George's star, in honor of the king. The international astronomy community was less than thrilled about the planet being named after an unpopular British monarch rather than a deity, and in 1850 settled on naming the planet Uranus after the Greek god of the sky. Number 3. Ketchup used to be sold as medicine. A lot of dangerous things were sold as patent medicine in unregulated 1800s America, including mercury, lead, and arsenic. Meanwhile, tomatoes, which are in the same family as deadly nightshade, were considered unsafe by much of the population until they were sold as a cure-all. Dr. John Cook Bennett was one of the tomatoes' biggest boosters and claimed the fruit would protect migrants heading west from the danger attendant upon these violent bilious attacks to which all unacclaimed citizens are liable. He provided several tomato recipes to be taken as medicine, including catsup, C-A-T-S-U-P. That version, at the time, typically contained mushrooms and or walnuts. Eventually, Americans figured out that tomato ketchup worked much better as a tasty condiment than medicine. But to be fair, Dr. Bennett, he did suggest using it as a replacement for mercury, so he may have helped some folks out. Number 4. The dating app Tinder works in Antarctica. Antarctica is the most sparsely populated continent on the Earth, with only about 1,000 people over the winter, none of them permanent residents, in more than 5 million square miles. So when an American scientist opened the Tinder app at a research station in 2014, it was mostly out of curiosity. To his surprise, he matched with another researcher camping a 45-minute helicopter away. For 45-minute helicopter ride away. They didn't meet until a few weeks after swiping right, just as his match was leaving town. But considering the population only grows about 5,000 people in the summer, the chances that their paths crossed again seems high. Number 5. A jiffy is a real unit of time. For a term that seems so cutesy, the literal use of jiffy is extremely scientific. Physicists use the term to describe how long it takes for light to travel a millionth of a millimeter, which is less than a billionth of a second. A jiffy is a little longer in electrical context. It's the length of a single cycle of alternating current, or about 1/50th of a second. So next time you say you'll be back in a jiffy, consider what you're promising. A jiffy is really quick. Number 6. Giant pandas sometimes do headstands to pee. No, it's not a human-taught trick. While giant pandas have been known to do handstands while relieving themselves, especially during mating season, because unfortunately there aren't too many giant pandas around, and they don't have a ton of energy to spare. They want to broadcast their scent as widely and efficiently as possible to potential mates. This means finding trees with rough bark for greater absorption, choosing wide trees to increase the target area, and aiming as high as possible. The handstand gives male pandas a much needed leg up. Literally. Number 7. The blob in toothpaste is called a nurdle. Nurdle. A toothbrush with a picturesque swirl of toothpaste is called a nurdle in the industry. It is a mainstay of advertisements and became especially popular in brands. As brands started releasing more colorful products in the 1970s. It's a goofy factoid for most of us, but toothpaste manufacturers take nurdles very, very seriously. In 2010, GlaxoSmithKline, the maker of Aquafresh, applied to trademark the nurdle design in any color. Colgate, Palmolive, which also used the nurdle to advertise its products, took it as a legal threat. The company's lawyer called it a blatant shot across Colgate's bow and sued to protect their imagery and get the trademark petition canceled. GlaxoSmithKline countersued, alleging that Colgate's nurdle caused irreparable harm. The two companies eventually came to a confidential settlement, but still, who knew the toothpaste industry was so wacky and so litigious? Number 8. Humans could frame koalas for a crime, or vice versa. Strangely enough, koala fingerprints strongly resemble those of humans. The patterns of ridges and whorls look even more similar to our own than chimpanzee fingerprints. Although distant on the evolutionary tree from us primates, koalas likely develop fingerprints to help them grasp eucalyptus trees while climbing them and munching on their leaves. In the 90s, a forensic scientist at the University of Adelaide in Australia warned that koala prints are so similar to human prints, it is possible police in Australia could mistake one for another. Quote, although it is extremely wet. let me do this. Although it is extremely rare. Okay, quote, although it is extremely unlikely that koala prints would be found at a scene of a crime, police should at least be aware of the possibility. End quote. Oh my goodness. Crocodile Dundee, please kill me now. No, don't. I swear I wasn't making fun of you. And that was noted by Maciej Hennenberg. Maciej, Maciej. Come on, man. Requisition a better name. Maciej Hennenberg. Henneberg. Hennenberg. Oh, names. Words hard. Well, that's 8 little facts that hopefully made you chuckle, made you smile. Maybe you could use those at your next dinner party or gathering, make you the smartest person in the room. This has been What Makes You Smarter. Also, if you'd like to tell your story or hear the stories of others, I encourage you to check out my other podcast. It's called What Makes You Famous. Find it everywhere using the hashtag What Makes You Famous. And add me on Spotify. Please, why don't you? There, I said it. That's it for me. It's KeysDAN, RadioWhat.com, DJLittleRock.com. Peace. I'm out of here.